One of the most significant phenomena of our time has been the development of the cinema from a turn of the century mechanical toy into the country's most potent and versatile art form. Today, the cinema commands the respect accorded to any other form of creative expression. It combines in various measures the functions of poetry, music, painting, drama, architecture, and a host of other arts, major and minor. It also combines the cold logic of science. India took up film production surprisingly early. The first short was produced in 1907 and the first feature in 1913. By the 20s, it had reached the status of big business. It is easy to tell the world that film production in India is quantitatively second only to Hollywood, for that is a statistical fact, but can the same be said of its quality? Why are our films not shown abroad? Is it solely because India offers a potential market for her own products, or are we just plain ashamed of our film? To anyone familiar with the relative standards of the best foreign and Indian films, the answers must come easily. Let us face the truth, there has yet been no Indian film which could be acclaimed on all counts where other countries have achieved. We have only attempted, and that too not always with honesty. No doubt this lack of maturity can be attributed to several factors. The producers will tell you about that mysteriously entity, the mass which goes in for this sort of thing. The technicians will blame the tools, and the director will have much to say about the wonderful things he had in mind, but could not achieve because of the conditions. In India, it would seem that the fundamental concept of a coherent dramatic pattern existing in time was generally misunderstood. Often by a queer process of reasoning, movement was equated with action and action with melodrama. The analogy with music failed in our case because Indian music is largely improvisational. Almost every passing phase of the American cinema has had its repercussions on the Indian film. Stories have been written based on Hollywood successes and the cliches preserved with care. Even where the story has been a genuinely Indian one, the background music has revealed an irrepressible penchant for the jazz idiom. It should be realized that the average American film is a bad model, if only because it depicts a way of life so utterly at variance with our own. Moreover, the high technical polish which is the hallmark of the standard Hollywood product, would be impossible to achieve under existing Indian conditions. What the Indian cinema needs today is not more gloss, but more imagination, more integrity, and a more intelligent appreciation of the limitations of the medium. After all, we do possess the primary tools of filmmaking. The complaint of the technicians notwithstanding, mechanical devices such as the crane shot and the process shot are useful, but by no means indispensable. In fact, what tools we have been used on occasion with a real intelligence. What our cinema needs above everything else is a style, an idiom, a sort of iconography of cinema which would be uniquely and recognizably Indian. The majority of our films are replete with such visual dissonances, but the truly Indian film should steer clear of such inconsistencies and look for its material in the more basic aspects of Indian life, where habit and speech, dress and manners, background and foreground blend into a harmonious whole. It is only in a drastic, simplified